Leaven includes yeast, a biological leavening agent that produces fermentation, and chemical leavening agents such as baking powder, baking soda, sodium bicarbonate, and potassium bicarbonate. Items such as bread, cake, crackers, cookies, and prepared cereals and pies that contain leavening must be put out. Doing this is symbolic of putting both the visible and hidden sins out of our lives. Homemade cream puffs, angel food cake, popovers, and sponge cake, while light and fluffy, need not contain any of the above ingredients. Most pie crust recipes, except for graham cracker crusts, are unleavened. However, these products, when purchased from stores or bakeries, frequently do include leavening. Check the ingredient list. Even though pita bread, flour tortillas, and graham crackers are flat, they do contain leavening. Even some brands of matzos marked kosher for Passover can also list baking soda or baking powder in the ingredients, so be careful. Although the following ingredients are associated with leavening products, they are not by themselves leavening agents. Cream of tartar, being an acid, merely neutralizes the alkaline nature of baking soda and does not by itself cause dough to rise. Leaven is any agent that produces fermentation and causes dough to rise by causing the formation of carbon dioxide gas to bubble into and spread throughout the dough. This is accomplished either chemically, as with baking soda, or biologically, as with yeast. Not leavening. Autolyzed yeast, a yeast that has self-destructed and is sterile, incapable of leavening. Brewer's yeast, a dead form of yeast that cannot leaven bread, a nutritional yeast. Torula yeast, a dead yeast that cannot leaven bread, considered a nutritional yeast. Also hickory smoked torula yeast, used as a savory seasoning that imparts smoky aroma to foods. Yeast extract, derivatives of yeast which are sterile and cannot leaven bread. Cream of tartar, tartaric acid. Potassium bitartrate or potassium hydrogen tartrate, this is an acid used to combine with baking soda. By itself, this is not leavening. Tartrate powder, phosphate powder or sulfate powder, usually added with cream of tartar. By itself, this is not leavening. Alum, a metallic double salt, usually added with cream of tartar. Most common is sodium aluminum sulfate, SAS or sulfate powder, and potassium aluminum sulfate or potash alum. By itself, this is not leavening. Sorbitan monosterate, a flavor and texture enhancer, not leaven of itself. Sodium caseinate, a milk protein, not a leaven. Sodium silicoaluminate, a fine powder that is used to keep cocoa, salt, and other products dry, not a leaven. Polysorbate 60, a preservative, not a leaven. Egg whites, not a leavening agent. While beaten egg white can be stirred into dough, it does not spread through dough as leavening does and is not leavening. Steam or air, such as in popovers or angel food cake. The same principle as egg whites above applies. There is no leavening agent mixed through the dough. Non-food leaven. Should I remove non-food products that contain leavening from my home during the Days of Unleavened Bread? The Bible tells us that during the Days of Unleavened Bread, we remove leaven and leavened products from our homes. Leaven is a food additive, which causes bread or bread products to rise. Symbolically, this represents removing visible and hidden sins out of our lives. Since leaven puffs up dough, we are given an object lesson about hypocrisy and pride. Leavening agents are also found in many items other than breads: toothpaste, carpet deodorizer, beer, body powders, antacids, dog and cat food, and some medicines, to name a few. Even Class C fire extinguishers contain forms of leavening agents. Must all of these items be removed during unleavened bread? No, these need not be discarded. We are commanded to celebrate the Days of Unleavened Bread. This helps us realize it refers to items such as bread, crackers, cookies, cake, cereals, and pies that contain leavening that are to be put out. Whatever foods that contain a biological leavening agent that produces fermentation, or a chemical leavening agent such as baking powder, sodium bicarbonate, and potassium bicarbonate must be removed. When leaven is found in non-food products, even though they need not be discarded, it becomes a matter of personal conscience between the individual and God as to whether the product should be removed. If having these types of products in your home during the Days of Unleavened Bread defiles your conscience, then it is better to dispose of them during the festival.